At exactly 3 a.m., my basement door opens by itself. Not slowly, not quietly, but with a sharp click, like someone unlocking it from the other side. And the worst part is, I don't even have a basement key anymore. The first time it happened, I thought I imagined it. I was half asleep on my couch when I heard that metal click echo through the house. Then came the long creak of wood, followed by a cold draft brushing across my feet. I live alone in a small rental house on the edge of town. It's quiet here, the kind of neighborhood where nothing ever happens. At least, that's what I believed before the door started opening. If you're into real late-night horror stories like this, make sure you like and subscribe to Unblinking right now. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next, because the story only gets worse after 3 a.m. The basement door is at the end of my hallway. It's old, painted white years ago, now chipped and cracked at the edges. There's no lock on the outside anymore, just a handle that sticks if you try to turn it. When I moved in, the landlord told me the basement wasn't safe. He said the stairs were unstable and I shouldn't go down there, so I never did. The first night I heard it open, I walked to the hallway. The door was slightly ajar, maybe 3 inches wide. Cold air poured out from the darkness below. I told myself it was pressure change. Old houses shift at night. Wood expands and contracts. There had to be a normal reason, so I shut it firmly and went back to bed. At 3 a.m. the next night, it opened again. This time I was awake to hear every second of it. Click, creak, silence. Then something else. A faint thump from the bottom of the stairs, like a slow, heavy footstep. I froze in my bedroom doorway. The hallway light flickered once and steadied. The door stood open wider than before. I didn't go closer. I locked myself in my room and waited for morning. When sunlight finally hit the windows, the door was closed again. That's when I started checking the time every night. I didn't set an alarm. My body just knew when it was close to 3 a.m. The third night, I stood in the hallway at 2:59 a.m. I stared directly at the door. My heart pounded so loud I thought I might miss the sound. The handle moved. Not fast, not violently. It turned slowly, like someone being careful not to wake me. Then came the click-dente long, dragging creak. The door opened a full foot this time. I could see nothing but darkness below. A darkness that looked thick, almost solid. And then I heard breathing. Low. Slow. It wasn't coming from the hallway. It was coming from down there. I slammed the door shut and pushed a chair against it. I stood there shaking, staring at the white paint. The breathing stopped immediately. The next morning, the chair was moved. The door was closed, just like before. But the chair was back against the wall where it normally sits. That's when I set up a camera. If something was opening that door, I wanted proof. I mounted it high in the corner of the hallway. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat in my living room watching the live feed on my phone. 2:58 a.m. 2:59 a.m. The hallway was empty. The door was closed. 3 a.m. The handle turned. On its own, no shadow, no figure, nothing touching it. It opened slowly, and the camera glitched. The screen went black for exactly 10 seconds. When it came back, the door was closed again. I replayed the footage over and over, every time it cut out at the same moment. But there was something else. Right before the screen went dark, I saw movement at the bottom of the door, crack, a shadow stretching upward. The next night, I stayed upstairs. I locked my bedroom door. I thought distance might help. At 3 a.m., the basement door opened again. But this time I heard footsteps climbing the stairs. Slow, measured, one step at a time. Wood creaking under weight. The steps stopped halfway. I could feel it standing there, listening. Then came 3 knocks from the inside of my bedroom door. I couldn't breathe. I hadn't heard it walk down the hallway. There was no sound between the stairs and my door. Just 3 slow knocks. I didn't answer. I didn't move. After a minute, the air grew warm again. The pressure in the room lifted, and I heard it walk back down the hall. The stairs creaked once more. The basement door slammed shut. Silence returned. I checked the camera the next morning. This time, it didn't glitch. It recorded everything. The door opened at 3 a.m. Footsteps climbed the stairs, but there was no one there. Then something worse happened. At 3:02 a.m., my bedroom door handle began to turn. From the outside, I saw it clearly on the footage. The handle twisted down slowly. Then came the 3 knocks. But on camera, I never appeared. It looked like the house was empty, like I didn't exist inside it. I uploaded the clip privately. I watched it again with headphones on, and I heard whispering, a voice layered beneath the audio. It wasn't loud, but it was clear. It said, "She's almost ready." That's when I stopped sleeping at home. I stayed at a friend's apartment across town, but at 3 a.m., my phone buzzed. The camera detected motion, even though I wasn't there. The door opened. Footsteps climbed. They walked into my bedroom and stayed there for 10 full minutes. When I returned the next day, the basement door was open, wide open. The first time it had stayed that way, the house felt different. Not colder, just occupied. I stood at the top of the basement stairs for the first time. The smell hit me first, damp earth and something metallic. I turned on my flashlight. The beam barely reached the bottom. The stairs looked old, but intact. I told myself I needed answers. I told myself fear was worse than truth. And I stepped down. Each step groaned under my weight. The air grew heavier with every inch. My light flickered once. At the bottom I saw dirt walls. Not concrete, not brick, just earth, like the basement had been dug out by hand. In the center stood another door. This one was newer. Dark wood. No handle. It had a digital clock mounted above it. Red numbers glowing in the dark. 2:57 a.m. I checked my phone. It was 1:14 p.m. The clock above the door ticked to 2:58 a.m. The air grew cold instantly. I backed toward the stairs. The numbers changed again. 2:59 a.m. The new door began to shake. Something on the other side pushed hard against it. 3 a.m. It burst open, and I saw myself standing there. Same clothes, same face, but pale. Eyes completely black and smiling too wide. He stepped forward. I stumbled back, but he didn't leave the doorway. He just whispered, "It's your turn." I ran up the stairs. I didn't look back. I slammed the basement door and locked it with every lock I could find. I slammed the basement door and locked it with every lock I could find. That night, I didn't hear the click. I didn't hear the creak. I heard knocking from the inside of the basement door. Slow, patient. 3 knocks. Every night since, it's the same. The door doesn't open anymore. It waits for me to open it. At 3 a.m., the knocking starts. 3 knocks. Then, silence, like it's giving me a choice. If you ignore it, the house shakes lightly. If I get close, the handle twitches, like something excited. I don't know how long I can resist. I don't know what happens if I answer. But I know one thing. At exactly 3 a.m. tonight, it will knock again. And I'm not sure I can keep pretending I don't hear it. If you've made it this far on Unblinking, comment below and tell me what you would do at 3 a.m. Would you open the door? Or would you run? Share this story with someone who stays up late. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that refuse to stay locked in the basement.